Go.
Are we on?
Now we're on.
Oh, we're on. Oh, so the last 3 hours I just did didn't go out there?
Just kidding.
So start over?
Start over.
All right, well, we just got here a few minutes ago figuring out how to make this Facebook Live thing work. I think that we're going to, because it's live, if you have comments you want to type or something, we'll be able to respond to those. We got a brief, quick tour on the house. This is a house that Dina worked on years ago. Some of the things that she recommended back then are still in place. They've made some other changes. They were pointing some of those things out. And I think our main goal today is to look at colors.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to give you the
All
camera.
right, now turn this.
You just, wow. All right, so let me see what you have.
Well, I don't have anything concrete, so,
Okay.
but the kids, you know, we went there once in a while and we picked up some colors. I just labeled it so it's easy to find.
So which rooms are we focusing on? Are you going to do everything, or
I'm
you
doing
want to
the
do
whole
the
house.
first floor and okay,
I'm doing
everything.
the whole house.
Okay.
Yes.
So now you want grays. You said was kind of your theme.
Greg
right?
seems to like gray.
Okay. Which is fine. That's a nice neutral color.
Right.
And I like that it'll pick up what we already did back in 2010 with the
Yeah.
silver accents. So that'll be all, you know, that'll be fine. You know,
Yeah.
with your silver and all that.
Right.
And again with the fireplace. Do you want any color at all, or you just want grays?
No, I think we want some accent color,
Okay.
accent walls or something
Okay.
like that. Whatever you suggest,
Okay.
we'll go with that.
Okay.
Emma wants blue in her room.
Okay.
Sean wants more on the darker side.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know about black. I don't know about black.
You know, that's really hard to paint over if you don't like it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Paint is very easy to change, but when you have a color like this, then that requires some doing.
Yeah, he has some different colors in here too.
Okay.
So, and I have most of them, but not
Okay.
all of them.
All right. So I want you to. So you obviously picked these for a reason.
Yeah, based on what we kind of talk about.
Okay.
Us talk about a while
Do you
ago.
have an absolute favorite? An absolute favorite color that you're like, you know what? I just love this color. I need to put it somewhere. I don't know where.
Well, the painter who's coming, his wife. Well, it's a husband and wife team.
Okay.
And she said the popular color is whirly gray.
Okay.
So the whirly gray is here.
Okay. So you want this to be your base.
Well, not if we want. We
Okay.
want your.
Okay,
No.
this is not going to work.
Mhm.
This is too close to your couches,
Right.
and this will just wash away. So
Okay.
this will do nothing for your space at
Okay.
all. If you wanted everything to blend in together, this would be great. If you wanted a very sterile look, this would be good. But you don't want that in your family room. This is really good for an office. You know, so we want something that has a little bit more depth to it, a little bit more richness to it. You've got a gorgeous fireplace. You want that to be a focal point, so the gray that we're going to pick is going to really kind of highlight that, because that is the focal point.
Okay.
Okay?
Now we say gray, but you know, we will go with whatever other color.
Gray's absolutely fine. Gray's
No.
absolutely fine.
Yeah, the color of the year is taupe, some sort of taupe,
Okay.
and I know he gave it to me.
The color of the year? I don't think I've ever heard that.
Wow. Well, that's
Who
what,
sits down and
Yeah.
says, this is the color of the year, I
Yeah.
want that job? Okay, you can look through those. I'm going to grab my swatches
oh, okay.
because
I don't think these colors are going to work.
Like I said, Greg, nothing is nailed.
I just worked
And
with a client
It's just based
recently.
on some of those things he brought home.
These silvers are really, really pretty. So we've got some grays here. These are all really, really nice grays,
Okay.
but they have a little bit more richness to them.
Okay. Now, is this Sherwin-Williams?
This is Sherwin-Williams.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what you wanted, right? 'Cause-
Well, that's what the painter will
yeah,
go with.
okay,
Yeah.
that's fine, because I had Benjamin Moore and I have Sherwin-Williams.
Okay.
So just looking through this deck, is there something that is eye-popping to you? I mean, this is another one. Let me read that. Anything that you're like, ooh, I kind of like that. You know, I kind of like, that's kind of working for me.
Well, Craig has to
Yep.
kind of help us with them, and the kids can see what
Yep.
color they want.
So we're going to focus right now on the family room. That's what I want to
Oh,
focus
okay.
on, okay? So we're thinking family room because that's really the focal point. So as you're looking from this space out there, what do you see is that you want to put?
What do you think will look good? Maybe if you give us an idea, we will probably go from there.
Okay.
Because
I gravitate towards like this color palette right
So
here.
you want a blue-gray.
That's the kind of
Okay.
That's what I kind of
Fair enough.
But
That's
yet
helpful.
I also like kind of the browns, but I don't like when
Okay.
it goes into the yellows.
Okay, so here's a really,
Something like possibly this, somewhere in this color.
okay, so
I don't know
here's,
if this is an important question, but are any of the accent pieces in there now definitely staying in the room?
Yes.
everything.
Actually, those two on the wall, I don't like them, but they will stay there for now. So
Oh, you picked those out a long time
yeah,
ago.
yes, yes. And
I remember that. You picked those out from that
Yeah.
magazine.
I'm starting to not like it anymore.
And that's, you know what, and that's fine, because when you paint, now is the time to patch
Yes.
holes and take them down.
right. Yeah.
So you don't have to live with those can come down, those can go to a totally different part of the house.
Right.
So here's what I'm thinking. Because you like also the brown tones and your fireplace is mostly gray with a little bit of that, do you see that one right,
Yeah.
that
That red
color
color.
right there is gorgeous. So
Yeah.
I say we do that in that room and bring your gray tones into this part of the house.
Okay.
Because then the two together will kind of synchronize the space together. Because
Okay.
really what you want is flow. So what we're doing is we're bringing the gray that's on that fireplace
Yeah.
with the paint color in the kitchen.
Okay.
We're bringing the warmth of the kitchen cabinets
Mhm.
into that room by picking out what the fireplace color is.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of what we're gonna do, and that will give you the nice flow.
Yeah.
So
I like
you're,
these. I like this.
Uh-huh.
I like this.
Mhm.
I like something like this.
Okay.
This up until not a true brown. I don't like a
Okay.
true brown, but
okay,
maybe in this range.
okay. This is better
Okay.
because this is picking up. Do
A
you
little
see?
bit more goldish
Yes,
tone. Yeah.
yes, but it's
Mhm.
not the yellow, which is what you don't like.
Yeah.
So this is a great color.
Okay.
I'm a little hesitant to pick a depth because I don't know, you're so used to white walls. Are you okay with color, or is it
I think
like,
we are ready.
Well,
oh my gosh, I might have a heart attack?
But-
Like, do we have to go really light, or can we go a step deeper?
was Dina here when we got our room painted?
Who?
We only got one room in the house painted, basically,
Okay.
other than the bathroom.
Okay.
So why don't we, let's show you what
Okay.
we did with
Yep.
our
Let's
bedroom
go up there
color,
and we
just, we like that color, and what was it called? A coffee something, or
Okay.
coffee
Was
something?
it a dark, so it sounds like it's a darker color.
You're probably an iPhone expert.
Okay.
The microphone on this is where? I want to make sure I'm not
I
covering
think
it.
it's on the bottom.
On the bottom?
Yeah.
What
One
do
of
you
those
think?
two.
One of these, so
Yeah.
don't put my hand over that.
No, just like kind of just hold it from the side.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, viewers. If I've accidentally muffled the sound, my apologies. Let me go catch up with Dina now. And the concept on, I don't know if you can see me very well, I can't see myself. The concept on this is that Dina and I don't get to go on dates very often. And Dina likes to do these decorating jobs, and so this is a chance for us to spend time together and have a date while she's working.
Or if it was afterwards.
Okay.
And this bathroom, we did get it painted
Okay.
like a yellow. It's kind of a yellowish tone, but
It's very soft. It's,
It's
like
subtle,
a vanilla.
yeah.
It's like a vanilla
Yeah.
color. It's
Mhm.
beautiful.
yeah,
Very
I
nice.
I just don't like yellows. I
Mhm.
don't like orange.
Okay. This was a good compromise, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this color, if we can find the swatch, I want to bring this next to the fireplace
Okay.
because this color, I'm thinking, actually might be good down there.
Okay.
Because like we were saying, Facebook Livers, in case you're wondering, we like to do 3 to 5 colors tops in a house, depending on the size of the house, and then you bring them to different areas. So this color could then work downstairs as well, and it'll really help bring the,
This is a swatch, actually.
okay.
Hold on, this one.
Oh, awesome.
This one.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, yeah, let's bring this downstairs and we'll see how this is with the fireplace. Okay, you're so organized. Do you see this? This is organization. This is what we like as decorators when we come back to a client's home years later to see how
Yeah.
Arifa does this.
Yes.
Makes our life really easy.
I want to get this painting project off. It's been on for how many years? 6, 7 years?
Okay,
Yes.
so let's bring this down. I'm thinking that this might actually work in the family room,
All right.
which would be beautiful.
But that is this is not showing what in color though.
That's okay. They can scan it and then they just match it. It's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're really trying to pull up that fireplace. Gorgeous. Love it. Do you see that?
The top color.
Yeah.
Do you see how that's pulling that out and it's bringing warmth?
Yeah. I like it.
I love it. And you already know you like that color. And again, that's sticking with our decorating rule. You want to do 3 to 5 colors in a house.
Okay.
Your house could probably do 5 because of the size, but if we can do 3, it's just better to kind of synchronize the whole space. Okay, so there we go.
Good, okay.
So we have our family room color.
Okay.
And you see how it's picking up, but it's not completely blending in.
Right,
So
okay.
that initial color that you had shown me was a nice color, but it would have done nothing for the furniture. It would just have been white.
Yeah.
This is just a couple of shades darker, that it'll actually just bring a little bit more warmth to the family room and the furniture.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, I remember that
Yes,
picture.
yes.
That looks great.
I saw it at somebody else's place, and when I was looking at these shadow boxes,
Uh-huh.
they have that in the.
Oh, is that
and
right?
that's what they did the shadow box.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep this out. And we will do this.
Oh, I can do that.
You put that in. And let me grab my sheet so I can start writing, taking notes. Picking out the colors.
All right. Hello to Cindy, and
Hey, Cindy.
it says Mark, Jody, Gail,
Oh,
hello,
Gail.
Harvey,
Harvey!
Nicole,
Okay, so family
Marianne. Who else?
Family room. What is that color called?
Nikki,
Aretha?
Oh, this one here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can't read it.
Alice,
Can you read it?
yes, I'll try. Oh, Brown.
Stephanie,
T-
Kathy,
TP. T-E-E-P-E-E. Brown TP.
Andrew.
T-E-E-P-E-E.
Yes. And you want a number?
I don't think we need it because
Matthew.
you're gonna just bring this
Megan.
to. So this is the bear paint. So I'm just gonna
Yeah.
do
Yes.
Vicky.
bear.
Goodness.
Oh,
Thank
you
you.
know what this is?
Gary.
That's right. This is
Hello, Gary.
This is go through so that way
Hey,
you
Danny.
can have a. Oh, my daughter's watching.
Okay. You want a ball pen?
So no, this is fine as long as it goes
Did I
through.
say Jody
which
yet?
it does. Okay. So bear, and we're gonna color match.
I'm trying to keep.
Now, this will not be the color per se because my brother also painted his house with this color, and it didn't have this exact color. But whatever color he got did look nice. Right,
Well,
Fred?
they
Yeah.
should literally take this, put it into the computer, and scan it.
Oh, okay.
And then they're like does all this crazy stuff. I don't know.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, so you should be fine with that.
Okay.
Okay, so now let's keep this here,
Yeah.
and we're gonna look for a gray. So
Okay.
I'm gonna grab my fence, my swatch.
We didn't introduce the family, by the
Keep
way.
that out,
Aretha
Aretha.
and
Hello.
Craig and
You know what? Can you
Sean.
keep that out of the
And I
plastic
think
for
it was
me?
Emma
just because,
somewhere around the corner. There's
Yeah,
Emma.
it's just easier to.
Yeah.
We thank you
see
guys
the
for letting us
true
invade your
color.
home. This is
Oh.
fun.
This is all an
I-
experiment.
I'm not sure how to tell how many are viewing right now, but it looks like it might be at least 20 people are watching right now.
Hey,
Yeah.
well that's fun. Okay, so what we want to do, it's important to match tone with tone when you're picking out paint color.
Yeah.
So I like this better than this. Let's see here.
Sean, you guys give your opinion too, okay? Am I Sean?
Okay, this is nice. So now this is honoring what you like, which is that blue gray. Do you see how rich that is?
Yeah.
Which is wonderful. Again, it's matching the richness of your cabinets. It's helping to really counterbalance because your cabinets are warmth. We want a cool tone to help that kind of balance out and bring in that fireplace.
Okay.
So so what is your favorite in this palette? What do you like the best?
To go with that.
To go with
okay.
that,
Hi, Dina.
and we're doing
Hi,
in
Sarah.
the kitchen.
And that would be this room?
This would be this room, yep.
All right. Sean,
And
you
then
like
what we
second-
can do,
Second darkest.
if you want, you can do a deeper tone then and bring it into the eating area. Because there's a lot of natural light there so we can handle it. You don't have to, but you have that as an option.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's completely up to you.
Hi, Cheryl. Oh, we've got some thumbs up. People liking the blue gray
I think Sean liked that.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I think I'm leaning
and
towards.
combination.
I kind of like the
picking
darker too, but I'm just afraid
Not
in the
the darker.
kitchen trying
Okay.
to go too dark. So
Okay.
I'm thinking like somewhere these two.
Okay.
Lou, which one you like?
You like this one?
Sean, do you like that one, you think?
It's alright, yeah.
Uh-huh.
What is yours?
I will go with whatever because I...
Arifa, you have to be the
Yeah, okay.
No,
tiebreaker.
honestly,
Are you feeling anything one way or the other?
Where you don't like them all together.
no, I like it. I sort of like this, but I'm afraid it's going to be too dark.
Okay. Okay.
So-
So how about this? How about we honor the fact that you like this color and bring it in that room?
Okay.
Again, the 3 to 5 rule doesn't apply when you're in the same palette. So you can pick a deeper shade that doesn't count as another color.
Okay.
That's kind of still within that range.
Okay.
So if we go with this in that other room, look how gorgeous. Do you see how that's picking up the color of your countertops? Everything then starts to work together, which is why in the backsplash
Yeah.
we did the silver tones, because it was picking up what you already have going on.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so look at how beautiful that is.
All right.
So which one are you leaning toward?
So we're leaning towards this in the area that has a lot of natural
the
light
morning room?
in the morning room, because they do have, they do like this, but there is a concern that maybe this with the darker cabinets is too much. So then we can go just one shade lighter and still get that richness that we want, and picks up all the blue grays in the counter, picks up the backsplash. Show them the backsplash, and that way they can see that.
People commenting in the live feed here are liking that middle color, so you picked at least one of the choices they
Dina,
like.
will the gray go with the green that we have in there?
I'm not loving the green
Yeah.
because it's just very dated looking. I'm going to be honest with you. That's kind of a 90s color, kind of an 80s color. You don't have anything else in the house that color.
Right.
So it's not going to be awful, because gray is a really, actually, to be honest with you, the gray will probably help the green.
Okay.
If at some point you do want to replace them, you're going to want to go with, again, another earth tone.
Okay.
You can pick a brown, you can pick a darker gray, a lighter gray. The green is like, oh, where did that come from?
Yeah.
It's a design hiccup, is what I like to call it.
Yeah.
It's not awful. It's not like you picked orange,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's not. You just don't have a lot of green going on really anywhere
Yeah.
that I can see.
I think what our thought was since this table was put in there recently, and that was
Okay.
just because we inherited it.
Okay.
But our ultimate goal in there was to have more like a patio room with like
I
indoor,
see.
outdoor
I
furniture.
see. I
Like once the
understand.
kids are
I totally get that.
gone.
And to be honest,
So,
that would then work better, because within the furniture, whether you had a pattern on the fabric, you probably have the greens and the
that's
browns,
what
and
I'm thinking. Yeah.
then it makes sense.
Yeah.
Right now, it's like, oh, they must have got those on clearance. And you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
And I don't mean that in an
Yeah.
insulting way,
Yeah.
but it's kind of like, oh, I don't see anything else in the house like that. But once you get that
Right.
furniture, yeah, it'll probably pull it all together.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fine. Okay, so we're going to do the morning room. So we're all in agreement. Steely gray,
Morning room.
thumbs up,
Yeah.
yay,
I
yay.
guess.
Okay.
I guess.
I guess.
I'm going with the two of you.
All
Yes.
right, and then for the entire space,
Yes.
we are going to do the
You want me to help you?
monorail silver. I'm to the point
Hi,
now where I
Lydia.
go like this.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
It's terrible. Okay, so we've got kitchen.
There's a question about the backsplash. Did you have anything to do with picking that out years ago?
I
Dina?
did.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yes.
Dina picked it out.
Yes.
Yes. That's why I had to get Dina back. Yes.
Is S.
Trust me, I've tried other people.
Have you? Did
Yes.
you really? Oh.
Well,
Oh, because I wasn't doing it for a while because I was
exactly, yeah.
Southwest 63 monorail, and that's the monorail silver. Okay, and then we've got the morning room.
Hi, Catherine. Hey, Harvey. You're gorgeous too.
These are only my private.
Our dark
friends.
cabinet's an in color right now.
It depends on where you live, quite honestly. And it all depends on what else you've got going on in the house. That's really a matter of taste. I don't like to do anything that's trendy. So it really just depends on how you're going to pull it all together with the rest of your stuff. Okay,
That's
so
my thing. I mean, I don't want to buy constantly. I like
Exactly.
to buy stuff, and it's gonna
and it's
survive
gonna
the
last.
ages. You
Yeah,
know?
Yeah.
absolutely,
So.
absolutely. Okay, so far we've got a really nice palette.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got these two rooms together. Typically, when you're going to go into like a dining room and a living room, you're going to pick something a little bit more elegant, maybe a little bit more rich.
Yeah.
It depends on what vibe you want. So, what vibe do you like in your dining room and your living room? Do you want a formal vibe? Do you want an informal vibe? How do you use that room? What purpose does that have for
I
you?
would say the dining room a little bit more formal because
Okay.
we
Tina?
do stuff in there. It's
Okay.
like Thanksgiving or
Okay.
Christmas.
All right.
But then that front room, I think I wanted to. Years ago we thought of a formal living room, but I
Okay.
think we don't want that.
Don't want that,
now. We
okay.
wanna go with kinda like what we have, right, and with furniture wise.
Susie has joined. Hello, Susie.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. All right, so now immediately I'm drawn to,
Because that room is the formal room, living room, correct?
Okay.
So can
So
we
this-
still make that room formal with that kind
you
of
can do
furniture?
whatever you want. You
Okay.
can dress stuff up, paint has a lot to do with it, window dressing has a lot to do with it. Throw pillows, you'd be
Yeah.
surprised what a throw pillow
I
can do.
heard that,
That
yes.
can totally change the vibe of a room. You pick a nice silk fabric, you've got even a denim couch, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, that looks kind of dressy.
Right.
It's like when you're getting dressed in the morning, you throw on a scarf. It's an accessory that then dresses up your outfit.
Right.
Same thing with furniture.
Yeah.
Your then pillow is going to become what dresses it up or dresses it down.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll do a informal color,
Yeah.
and then we'll do a formal color. Let me see what the difference
Yep,
is.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just me being crazy, little out of the box.
No.
Because you like your blues, I'm thinking in the dining room, we go in this palette and do a nice color punch on the wall. Now that might be a little too nutso, and that's fine too. Do you see anything in these or in these that you really like?
Well, since you're talking about this blue, let me show you what I have. And
Okay.
we didn't have to do this, but since you're talking about it.
Okay. Again, I'm looking at what we've got going on already. So we've got some blues in here. We're
Our
honoring
Facebook
that
friends,
with the
can you point
grays.
to the colors you're talking about again?
I love this palette.
Okay.
In the formal dining room is what we're looking at. Because Craig was saying that he likes the blues,
Okay.
so we want to be able to do that.
Yeah, no, I'm
She
trusting.
cracks me up with her
No,
books.
I'm trusting.
I
Craig,
remember
actually.
this.
Yes.
Wow, she's got the whole
And-
project
Oh,
saved.
And
you
it's the
have no
same.
idea. This is my most organized client I think I've ever had in
And
my
I
life.
still have it in the days of Dina. Still do. Yeah.
This
so
is-
this is Sean's room. Also.
Okay.
Okay.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I remember all of this.
And we have to talk about this
Okay.
bathroom. Now,
Okay.
since you guys are talking about blues,
Okay.
you know the shadow boxes that we
I
did,
love it.
I thought,
Look at
but
that blue.
I don't know.
It's
I mean,
gorgeous.
it's just an idea.
It's gorgeous. So here's my concern with this blue. It is a beautiful color. This is gonna look dated in about 5 years,
Yeah.
okay? So I think if we go something that's a little bit more in between blue, in between green, it kind of gives you a little bit more longevity, okay? And plus it also brings out, we've got a really gorgeous color on this kitchen countertop that I love in this
Hi,
granite.
Jen.
I would just love to,
For me, honestly, I think
Yeah.
when I start getting here and here, I'm thinking more of seafoam, and I don't
Okay.
like the blue green as
Okay.
much. I think I'm more comfortable
I'm the same way.
right up in here.
I'm right
Maybe
there
that
with
one
you.
then.
yeah,
This is gorgeous.
Because I think this is too dark.
yeah.
Yep.
I think that would be. I mean, it's not that.
It's not,
That's more of a navy, I
Yep.
guess, and this is more of a bluish gray.
Yeah.
But
right.
I'm leaning towards in this probably top 3, maybe that one.
Okay.
Now this, it's not that I want this blue, but just how the blue go with the
I
white.
love it.
I mean,
I
that's
love
what
it. It's
since
crisp.
we have that blue going on there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that with the crisp white is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so let's look at our swatch. Again, not that these are all in the same room, but we love that everything kind of works together in the entire house. So this is kind of, love it. It's gorgeous. Again, not that they're all together, but you can see the rooms. They kind of all flow together. So you're going to see this gray, which is in the kitchen, and it's going to kind of, you can see that. Do you like this gray with this or with this or with this for the dining room? And there is no wrong choice. I'm only giving you 3 right choices. So if we have to eliminate one of these 3, which one are we going to eliminate that we don't want in the dining room?
Emma's good at art. She has that artistic thing.
All right,
So
my dear.
I will leave it to the 3 of them.
What do you think, Emma?
No pressure, Emma.
I don't want that one.
Nope, we've got these 3 is kind of what we're looking at. So if we want to eliminate one of these 3, which one would you eliminate? Saying, I don't like that for the dining room. We're talking about the dining room.
Eliminate this
Yeah,
one.
this one's
Okay.
kind of too dark.
Too dark.
I would say one of those.
All right,
I'm
so
leaning towards this one.
You're leaning
myself.
towards that one, okay. Do you have a preference between those 2? How about if we go into the dining room and see if we can not narrow that down?
Okay.
Okay? All right, so
Yeah.
let's go ahead and bring this.
I'm wondering about
swatch.
China and the China cabinet and stuff like
Yeah,
that. That's
yeah.
kind of the class
Sure.
where we have Royal Alberts, which is white and the
Red rose.
Okay.
paint.
By the way, our intention is to do this Facebook Live for a total of about an hour, so we're about halfway through.
Okay, so we were looking at these two colors. I'm leaning towards this one. It just has a little bit more richness. You know, I'll be honest with you, this is fine in here too, which is so interesting to me. Just because of the richness of your furniture. So this is like a totally bold step,
Yeah.
but I like this one too. So it's really just a matter of what your preference is. Okay, so now that we're seeing it in this light, and let me put it up over here too. Sometimes that's helpful. Okay,
Which one, you guys?
what are you guys thinking?
I think 1, 2, 3, 4, right from the bottom.
Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
What do you think, Doc? No, you're good, Mama. You're good at colors. Tell me what you want from you to help us out. Yes. Make
What
sure
are you thinking, Craig?
If we're going from darkest to lightest, I'm thinking number 4 on that one.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you thinking?
I was thinking 4 too.
Oh, wow, is it unanimous? Then it's
I
a
mean,
win.
It's good, yeah. What do you think, Mama? Honestly. 4? Okay, Emma says 4 too.
All right, then
Tom?
it's a win.
Okay.
Yeah, which is nice. Yeah, that's a really pretty color. Very, very pretty. And again, you're gonna do it everywhere. You know, it used to be back in the day that they would do these and you do those a darker color. That's kind of out, so you're just gonna do one color everywhere. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good deal. So that's Whirlpool.
Nothing on the shadow
Pat
boxes.
is checked in as well. Hello, Pat.
I'd rather just keep these like
White.
stark white and the wall color
Oh,
here,
yeah.
wall color here.
Absolutely. This stays really bright
We're doing
white.
well with
and
chatty
then this is
folks.
all-
We're-
Wherever there's wall
We
Yeah,
got
is color.
about
Yeah,
50
wherever there's
comments.
something raised is white.
Over 50
Yeah.
comments so far.
Yep, okay, good
Most
deal.
of them are not questions, so I'm not passing them along, but we appreciate the comments.
This is SW, let's see, 9135. 9135.
Here's a way. Get me. Here's me.
Okay. Do you want me to put a little mark on that, or this is good enough?
I will take yours when you are done.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, I'll have a copy and you'll have a copy in case
Okay.
we lose it.
Yeah.
Do you have any more of these? Do you want to
I
put
do.
one
You
on?
know, I'll get some, yes.
Okay, we'll put that on there just so that we have it. And then from here, let me grab those other colors.
See a question. Did you say the two tones are out and you should do the same color everywhere?
Yes. Anything that's raised gets a pop of white. Anything that's flat stays wall colored. Oh, awesome. Okay.
Hi, Jen. Are you saying hi to me because I had myself in the mirror?
Let's see, we did monorail silver.
And then we're going with this one.
Yep. And then.
Okay, I'm able-
Let's do this.
I'm learning how to read this screen I'm looking at now. Figuring it out
So
as I
not
go.
technologically advanced.
Okay.
Ah, so funny. Okay, all right, so we've got our color palette. Everything's looking really nice, so I don't know. Oops.
Do you normally change lighting when painting?
So what you want to do is make sure that the paint swatches look the same in different lightings. So I would suggest you go to the store, just pick up, you know, the
No,
regular
no.
squares, and that way, because you'll have this, and then just make sure,
Yeah.
tape it somewhere on the wall, and just see it in a different lighting.
Yes, right.
To make sure that you really like it.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so that's how you take care of that. But yeah, that's very, I always like to do painting in the daylight
Yeah.
because we have the natural light,
Right.
which is good. So I like that. Okay, so now let's focus on to the living room.
Okay.
And yes, this furniture can look dressy.
Allison has joined. Hello,
I
Allison.
would definitely recommend getting some silk pillows, and that will just really, a nice throw
Okay.
will also dress it up. So yes.
Well,
you
we'll
can
ask for
definitely do
your
that.
assistance with
Yeah,
that.
okay, so color-wise, what are we seeing in here?
Well, Fred want informal.
Dina doesn't paint like she used to. You have a question about whether or not Dina's going to come and do the painting.
No,
No, that's,
those days have gone.
yeah.
I used to, but not anymore. So again, we're seeing this from this space as well. So this is all gonna be that gray. That gray we're gonna bring in all throughout, or do you wanna pick, you could do the gray or you could do the brown. That's really your call. I'm thinking the gray because you've got the brown upstairs in your bedroom. So then the hallway becomes the gray.
I have a picture of somebody's. Let me show you what
Okay.
that color is. Not, I don't
Okay.
have it, but
Okay, and I like that you've got your gray spindles too, because again, that brings everything together. And you've got that beautiful reddish orange. Again,
Hey
the gray
Dale,
looks
hey
good
Stacy.
as the backdrop from that.
Okay.
Okay, so that, and it's a nice neutral color.
Yeah, Sarah, we'll have to see about arranging that.
So we've got our blue. Do you want to introduce another color to have its own complete different personality, or do you want to keep it more neutral?
we don't have to have this. I'm just saying.
I would not do that.
Hey Matt.
Because again, that's going to be way too busy.
Okay.
I would just do the same principle that you're doing in this room. I
Okay.
would recommend you doing there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some people have joined us recently, so let's explain what's going on. Dina and I don't get to go out on dates
You
very
can
often, so
bring-
we are on a date night.
This in there
As
too,
Dina
or
helps
you
them-
can bring
This wonderful
A
family
shade
figure out
lower,
what
a
colors
shade
they want to
deeper.
paint on all the walls in their house.
I don't know. I'm just kind of envisioning when I come in that foyer, I
Mhm.
want it to look classy, but I want it to look something that's not going to become dated.
Okay.
And I just want it to be
Classy, but yet calming and inviting.
yeah, very inviting.
And cozy.
And I think over the years, people went with more like this stuff,
Like a
or
wild
that,
kind
but,
of.
Mhm.
but I don't like this. So,
Mhm.
so I'm thinking, would it be out of question to go back to like a brown tone coming in?
You could do a brown tone coming in. My concern is we've got this in your master.
Mhm.
If you're gonna do a brown tone, you're gonna wanna step it up or step it down.
Yeah, and I think
And
I want to
that's-
step it up.
Okay.
Because I
And
want it to be
that's-
warm and inviting when
Okay.
you walk in.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you could definitely do that.
Because we've had the white for so long, and
Sure.
I don't want
Um,
to do that.
I don't love this color,
Yeah.
but let's see. To me, this has a little bit of green. Do you see the green undertone?
Slightly, yeah.
There's a slight green feel to it, and I want it to be more reddish of a brown as opposed to, because that brings you the rich and warmth and kind of the regal look that you want.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can find, here we are. Okay.
And welcome to our first attempt at doing a Facebook
This is
Live
what we're going for.
decorating date night. We
Okay.
started about
So
40
this
minutes
is-
ago. We'll
actually,
probably
if
go
you
another
want,
20 minutes or
you
so
can do
now.
this so that
And
you're
we'll leave the
saying
video
these
posted on our Facebook,
and just
obviously, so if you
leave
want to
this.
watch it from
That-
the beginning
that
later,
might be
you
easier for
certainly
you 'cause
could.
This is so close to that.
Mhm.
So if we did the familiar beige in the family room and then did the sensational sand or the iced mocha,
Mhm. What do you think, hon? I mean, do you like the brownish in the entryway? I'm just thinking that's more.
What other colors would Dina recommend?
either a gray or a brown, you want to do something neutral and
Oh, okay.
something that will bring that rich regal
Hey
look,
Donna.
and that will do that either way.
I'm thinking a gray for in there is not going to do it for me for some reason.
That's fine.
I think I want
The
more of a
brown?
brown,
That's
just a warmth of a
totally
brown.
fine, totally fine.
Yeah.
Do these book do they do anything for us or no?
And what is, what are
These are all Sherwin Williams book that I picked up, but I don't know if they do.
Oh, I
anything.
gotcha, oh, I gotcha.
Is there a gray that we, gray or a brown? that we could
Well,
put?
I mean, we've got
That's what
the
we're talking
browns
about.
right here,
Uh-huh.
so,
That's what I'm saying. For me, a brown would be better on the entryway.
okay, that's fine.
But what do you think, Rick? I mean,
I think so.
You can go either way.
you know,
I would totally tell you if that's not gonna work. And I was saying, if you want, you can do the familiar beige instead of the brown teepee, so that way you're in this and you don't have to worry about color
Right,
matching.
exactly.
mhm.
So we can do that. So if we did the familiar beige, in the family room, you could even do, actually, you could even do this in the family room.
Hi Julie.
And do this in the foyer,
Mhm.
or you can do this and this.
Mhm.
I don't know how dark you wanna go.
I think this is getting a little too dark
I'm
Okay.
just thinking like, this is generally, even though that window up there is small, I think this is generally a bright area.
Okay, so you wanna go a darker color.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, and again, the more the richer the color, the more that white is gonna pop.
that's what I want, I think.
Okay,
I think
so you want that.
I want the
Okay.
bold white to really
Okay.
stand out,
Okay.
I think.
So what I wanna do is I wanna bring these browns in here because now we've gotta consider your wood tones,
Okay,
okay? Cause you wanna make sure that you're honoring the wood tones because this is here,
yeah, yeah,
you know?
sure.
What do you think? Like I said, would be okay.
Okay, so you definitely do wanna go darker because I'm seeing that this is doing nothing for
Uh-huh.
that. Do you
Yeah.
see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is gonna be a much better option.
Mhm.
And again, because you have so much white,
Yeah.
it's
I
beautiful.
think that would look nice.
Can you see it with the floor? Again, this is staying here, so we wanna try and pull out this color, this veining,
Yeah.
which would be pretty. The other option, if you wanted to go into any one of these, like this would work, this would work. But I do like this palette,
Yeah.
because again, of the richness of the brown. How's that working for you?
Yeah. Do you like that, Craig? Or what were you thinking?
I'm thinking this or this.
Yeah.
And I'm
Oh.
thinking that might be too dark. I'm
This is beautiful. I
yeah,
love that.
I like it. Yeah.
But that's totally up to you. I mean, I would do that, but this isn't my house.
Yeah, but Craig, you said with the lighting, so maybe that darker color Dina is talking about, maybe it will look lighter when you're done.
It would be fine. I mean,
Oh.
you have so much natural light, and you've got the chandelier.
Mhm.
You're not going to feel closed in because the space itself has vaulted ceilings.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
You almost need the weight of a richer, darker paint in order to have it give that regal feel that you want.
I think let's go with that.
Let's go with the
second
dark?
bottom. I
Okay.
think so, correct? What do you think it is?
Is this the one or is this the one?
The second one from the
This
bottom. No, not that one.
This one?
Yes. I think
Okay.
that one.
Third.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, we'll go get swatches and just see how it
Definitely.
looks. Yeah.
Yep. And then the familiar beige is going to be in the family room, and that's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. Okay.
What do
You know, the
think
other
about
thing you could do is you can bring the familiar beige in the living room too.
Mhm.
The same color that you have in the family room, you
Yeah.
can bring in the living
Bring it
room.
into here.
Yeah.
And then you've got the dark rich sandwiching the two together.
Okay. And what did we decide on for this room?
This is that blue.
Oh, okay.
So let me show you that. So
So
then
is that
we've
gonna
got
blend nice with the blue and
absolutely.
brownish?
Where did our blue go? Our blue dining room was the. It was somewhere in here. These pandecs sometimes drive me crazy. So I can't remember where they are. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wait.
in this area.
Here it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here it is. Okay. All right. So we've got this. So look at how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous?
It does look
So
nice.
we've got the
I
familiar.
wouldn't think it would, but it does
It's
look
beautiful.
Good. Mhm.
No, because everything we're picking goes together.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter where you have it. We're just trying to be purposeful on where we're going to put it.
Yeah.
So we've got your familiar beige in the family room
Okay.
and in your living room.
Okay.
And then you've got your toasty
Mm-hmm.
in the front foyer.
Okay.
And then you've got this really rich whirlpool in your dining room. And then your silvers in the kitchen.
You know what I like about all this?
Mhm.
And I'm just going by numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what we're picking.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4. So like they're the same sort
Well-
of shade.
Well, that's the tone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly why they do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, cool.
It's a different color, but they're along the same
Right.
level of
Yep.
shading.
Yep. Okay, so this is from Wire Beige. SW 6093. 6093. Familiar.
Is gray a timeless color, Dina, in your
Yep.
opinion? Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
Actually, that was a question was asked on Facebook Live as well.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yes.
Similar question about if yellow was a timeless color or if they go in and out.
It depends on the shade of yellow. There are some bright yellows that come in and out. If you pick a really creamy, rich vanilla yellow, kind of like your bathroom color,
Mhm.
that's timeless.
Okay.
This is going to be the living room. Oops, I can't spell. So that's those
So the whirly gray you don't like at all, I guess.
Where do you see that?
Oh, that's the one that they said it. No, not the whirly. Oh, did I show you the whirly gray color? The painter's
yes.
wife. Yeah, she mentioned whirly gray.
I think these are gonna be better.
Okay.
Let's see, toasty. Do you have a color scheme? I'm sorry. You wanted to do.
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had.
I should do this for you.
Was that gray you're talking about, the one that was kind of going to wash out with the furniture? Is
taupe.
That was a
possible?
taupe.
Oh, it was a
Yeah.
taupe.
Yep, that was a taupe.
Okay.
So the toasty is gonna go in the foyer and hallway, and that's upstairs and downstairs. You know to carry that because
The
you
whole-
don't.
the whole wall.
There's no way to break it, and it would just look choppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to
Okay.
bring that color all the way up.
Now, is that the same for the foyer also on
Yes.
the second on the landing?
Yep,
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
Because
it's gonna be like one big space, that's
Yeah.
one color.
it's fine, and that's where your artwork comes into place.
Oh, okay.
So then you pick beautiful artwork that will really kind of bring out the richness.
Okay.
And you can there's so many things that you can do with that once we get to that. Oh, is this?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what is that?
Someone text us?
W6095. And this is toasty.
Oh, they said thanks.
The toasty color is making people hungry.
Okay, so we've got the entire first floor,
Okay.
except is there a bathroom down here?
Yes, there is a bathroom.
Okay, so bathroom color, I'm thinking we want to do the dining room color, but let's see the space before I commit to that.
And our Facebook Live viewers, thank you for joining us on this experiment, our first time trying this. I'll be curious to watch this later and see actually how it looks and how it sounds, and if we do this again, maybe we'll get better at it.
You know, I'm just saying how the blue, yeah.
The only other color is the sunroom color. If you wanted to do a gray. Do you want more of a blue or a gray in here?
Blue or gray in here?
Do you want the dining room color or the sunroom
The
color?
sunroom color, I don't know.
Sunroom color?
I
I'll
don't
grab
know,
that.
I don't know.
Let me grab that swatch and
No.
we'll see which one
Which
looks
was the
better.
sunroom color? That's what I don't remember.
I think it's something weird.
That was the lighter of the grays, right?
Okay.
What you guys are thinking, Grace?
Okay, so the sunroom color, that might be pretty, the sunroom color now that I'm thinking about it. 'Cause I've got a brown-
Wasn't the
yeah.
sunroom the lighter of those grays, Dina?
No, the darker.
Oh, was the darker? I
Yeah.
had it backwards.
Yeah, that's pretty. So you've got your toasty, and then do you see that steely gray?
Okay.
It's gorgeous.
So this is the one?
Yeah.
What do you think? Or is it too dark?
I don't know, I mean, I really don't know.
I mean, you could do the monorail. That's fine. That's the kitchen color. I just love the richness of the steely gray.
Yeah.
I think that would be better than it's not
No, I-
all together, the
That's-
same color.
exactly.
You're kind of
That-
breaking it up, like
That's
you
right.
said.
That's
yeah.
how I did that.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
The vanilla
steely
you
gray?
talked about before with the upstairs bathroom, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So steely
All right,
gray.
Dina, keep that
So
in
not-
mind.
not-
Let me show
not
you
this
what
bathroom.
I was thinking about breaking up that
In answer to
bathroom,
the
but
question
tell me
Sonny had
if
on
it's a good
Facebook
idea or
Live.
not.
Mhm.
So,
I would like to put some kind of border,
Okay.
just to break this wall up.
let's see, what
Yeah,
time is it?
some-
I'm trying to
or not, because
stay faithful to not having this video go
Yeah,
longer than an
yeah, you
hour,
could
so
do
maybe
that.
another 10 or so minutes and
You
we'll
know what else you could do? This
we'll
would
draw
be
this to a
stunning.
close.
That is a focal wall because you're walking in and you see that first. I would do this entire inset, just that inset, ceiling to floor in a stone or a tile. You could do a glass tile that has the grays. It would be stunning, absolutely stunning.
Okay.
An iridescent kind of reflective. You've seen the glass tiles, the
Yeah,
small
the
squares.
small
Those little
squares,
square
yeah.
ones.
Gorgeous, just on that wall.
Yeah.
So what you're going to want to do is bring your paint color to the store when you pick out the tile, and then just make sure it all goes.
Okay.
But that glass tile, absolutely gorgeous. That would just
Yeah,
be
'cause-
stunning there, and then you don't have to worry about your problem
Yeah, because
of the water splashing.
Arifa's idea of anything like this, or like, well, that's not too bad, but this to me in such a small space would just,
It's too busy.
it's too much.
It's
too
too
much.
busy.
Okay.
So-
and again, and that's why I'm actually saying instead of the chair rail, it breaks up the eye. When you've got a small space, it's like, oh, I don't know what to do. But when you do a full space, ceiling to floor, it actually elongates it, makes the space feel bigger
Okay.
and continuous.
Yeah, I like
So that's
that.
what you
Then
want to
don't
do.
have to do everything on every wall. You
Exactly.
just do one wall.
Okay.
And it literally becomes your focal wall.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't worry about any of this
Nope.
or any of this bottom.
Nope.
Okay, good.
Nope.
Alright, good.
So that is Steely Gray is going to be.
I know I couldn't do this without you. I know I couldn't do this without Dina.
Steely Gray. Okay, cool.
I'm always,
Steely
what
Gray.
impresses me is how quickly she can make a judgment.
Yeah.
I can see it. I don't know how to explain it. I can see it. Okay, cool. All right, so we've got downstairs done, right?
Yeah, we did? Good.
So exciting.
Good.
Okay,
All
excellent. All right, so let's upstairs. And we'll-
Okay.
Now the kids have their own
They have their colors.
and they're set, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can I just see them?
But
I
we'll
just-
go, no, we'll go with your swatch here and
Okay.
bring those colors to kind of,
Okay.
yeah.
Just to make sure. Okay. Because again, everything is kind of jumping off of this brown, so I just want to make sure that we've got the right tones. That's all. But it should be fine because brown is so neutral. Yeah, this is great. This is going to be gorgeous. Now, when you obviously know there's a gazillion million whites. Just pick the brightest, whitest white.
Yeah.
You don't want a yellow white. You don't want a gray white. You want a bright. As a matter of fact, I think it's called bright white.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like
Williams,
a
like
bright.
as bright of a white
Yeah.
as you can get, because that's going to give you that crispness that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be beautiful. Especially you'll really see the detail then of all the crown work.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got your color. All right, let me see your color. So these three.
Yeah, one of those three.
All right. So, whoopsie daisy. So again, we're going off. This is what's going to be in the all upstairs in the foyer. Okay. That's nice. That's not bad. And that's nice too. Okay. So any of these actually works. Do you have a preference?
Well, 1, 2, 3, Sean.
1 and 3 are like, so eliminate 2.
Eliminate two.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I like how you're thinking.
Okay.
Okay. What color is your furniture? We can go up there, but I'm just
Yeah,
curious.
yeah.
Light.
It's light?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like-
Pineish.
Oh, okay.
Probably this or this.
Okay. So you're good with either one.
What do you guys think?
You know me. I'm a blue person. I like blues.
I think the
You like the gray?
yeah,
I
the
mean,
gray-
that's
It's
what
your
I'm thinking
room,
too.
so you make
Yeah.
your choice.
You know what? That's great. It fits in with our palette.
okay.
So I'm actually voting for
This is an
this.
easy job for Dina, okay? We have the easiest job ever.
This is fine too, but I like this better. I'm sorry I'm outvoting you.
I just like blue. I mean,
Me
blue's
too,
my
I'm
color,
gravitating
so-
towards that.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So this is now your color. We'll write this down.
Let me help you.
I'm gonna go with
Grizzly.
I have a magnifying glass too, you need it.
I'm not even 50 yet. This should not be happening. Spell your name for me.
SEAN.
S-E-A-N. Oh. I thought it was going to be
the
like.
question on
it's-
Facebook
I thought it was
Live,
gonna be
yeah,
like
Dina
this
was,
elaborate
I might not have hit
spelling.
on camera
That's
at the
easy.
time, but yeah, she was pointing out the trim
Okay, so
work
Sean's
around the
room.
entryway into the dining room when she was talking about getting the white that would pop.
Okay. So S
Yeah, so
W.
light for the trim.
7068. If I show up with a cane, you'll know I'm really in trouble.
So we want to get this all done before Dina gets to the cane
Right?
stage, right? Yeah.
Golly. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and bring this up. So let me see what you have.
She likes her blues.
Ooh.
Oh, she's a daddy's girl.
I'm telling you.
For a girl, she does not like pink.
Huh.
Wow, these are so similar. That's so interesting.
I think I know which one I like.
I think I know which one I like too. But
Which one you
I
like?
like this one better.
Okay, that's your number one.
that's your number one. Okay. What color is your furniture?
I was thinking, oh, the furniture, white.
White.
Hers is
Oh,
white.
okay. Yours is white. Okay. I'm going to explain why I'm going to say it. Does that make sense? Okay, so when you've got different tones, your mom was right. When you do 1, 2, 3, 4, everything kind of is in the same shade and the same tone. What this does is it goes, oh, I think I'm in a different row that I should be in. What this one says, oh yeah, I'm kind of in harmony with that. So this is actually a better option than this one. So would it really be traumatic for you to kind of go with this one? Are you okay with that? Okay. Do you understand that reasoning?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
And also her
Okay.
room gets a lot of light. I think that's what we have to
okay.
impart all the time. The rooms
Okay.
have a lot of light.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's good because this will actually bring a little bit more richness.
Yeah, and look more solid.
And it'll look more solid and it also will grow with you. I think you're going to get sick of this next year. But this one you'll be like, oh yeah, that can stay for the next 5 years. So, all right. So we're going to go ahead and go with this one. Is it E-M-M? M-E. Okay. Just E-M. Oh, Emma. It was
Hi,
M-E.
Michelle. You're catching us just in time. We probably got another 5 minutes or so before we're going to wrap this up, but it will still be on Facebook to watch later.
6, 7, 9, 6. And this is blue.
And we welcome comments on if we were to do this again, how we could try to make it better in the future, since
So
we're
we'll bring
trying to figure this
those
out on the fly.
Up.
Truth be told, this is the very first time in my life I've tried to video Facebook Live.
You're doing good. Good job.
I think it's the second or third time in my life I've actually been on Facebook. So
This is true. He's not the Facebook guy. Okay, we've got all of our colors, right?
And we don't need that.
Okay, we don't need that.
Right,
Nope.
Mama? You
We've
don't
got
need that?
these.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put an X on the back.
Yeah.
Actually,
Oh,
I'll
it's
write
just
your
showing
name.
your MIS. Yeah, that's a little bit too
It's a little too electric, and it's a little,
electrifying. Yes,
and it's
like,
a little too young. I think you're more mature than that, and that's what I was saying. This color is a little bit more mature.
Here's like more neon color, more of a neon. I like these solid colors.
Yep. Okay. So what other rooms do we need to pick out?
Now let's go upstairs.
Upstairs.
Okay, I have a spare bedroom and I have a guest bedroom.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's bring
Let me
these.
help you with some stuff.
I'm good actually. You want to bring
Yeah,
my
we'll bring
paper?
this
Yeah.
one.
Thank you. And we've got all our colors because I like to bring everything with us.
somebody said, great job for a first timer. That's Sarah saying that. We'll have to get some musical,
Oh, okay.
like
Dina did
Foreigner
this
feels
for
like
us.
the first time playing in the
Oh,
background.
I remember that. Oh
We
my
have not
gosh.
thrown anything you told us about. Yeah, we have not thrown anything she told us about.
That's so.
She sent us shopping and we did and we stuck with it. She told us about this mirror.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so now you can have your blue in here, and you can have a dark blue in here. So here's what I'm thinking. I love this for in here. That would be
Yeah.
really
Dark
beautiful.
Oh my God,
Yep, or you can do this one
Mm-hmm.
because you've got this. That's in the dining room,
Mm-hmm.
so you can do 2 steps deeper if you want. Ooh, I'm sorry, dear. The other thing you could do is you could do. Oops, let me pull this around. This tone is good too. Honestly, I don't know how they. Here we go. Okay. This is a really good tone too.
Yeah, something about this I just don't like.
Okay.
It's not doing it for me.
Do you like these?
I think I like these 3.
Okay.
I think. And
All
this
right.
is too green.
Okay.
This, I like blue, and I like
Right.
gray blue.
Okay. So because we've got the grays going on anyway, and again we've got the gray, and we've got our
Bobby
brown.
just joined. Hi, Bobby.
Hi. Okay, so we've
All
got
the
our
way from
grays.
California.
So again, that all goes together with our scheme. Where's our brown? So here's our brown. This is going to be right off of it. So you could do either one.
Mm-hmm.
You can do this one or this one. You like the darker one?
I'm gravitating towards those solid, heavy colors.
Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful. I love it with the richness of your furniture too.
Because here's another idea I have. So when you have this sort of thing going on, which you said, the walls will be the same color, and then all your stuff that's sticking out will be white. So
Yes. Yeah, you could do
Yeah.
that. So you could paint those walls. Absolutely. You can leave the entire unit white, or you can do the walls the same color. Totally up to you.
I think I'd like to paint the wall white.
I don't know about that though, because is this truly wall or is this wood back here? That's wall. Okay.
Yeah, you could do
All
that.
right.
The other thing you could do is take it one step even deeper.
Right. I
In
was
there.
thinking about that because the whole room would be one shade. Give that a different shade so it stands out.
So you could do this on all your, this on all your walls, and then you could do this inside, or you could do the opposite. You can do this on all your walls and do this on the inside. You can kind of flip-flop it. So you can do this and this, Or you can just do it all one.
I think I'd like
For all one?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So now we're between these two. Which one do you like better with the brown?
And which one are we having out there?
This is what's
Yeah,
out
this
there.
one.
Yep,
This
the
one.
toasty.
See what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to. Say this is level 1 colors. This is level 2 colors, level 3. So
Yeah.
if we're going with that brown out there, I would go with that one.
You can do either one, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, either one is fine. So it's just really a matter of personal.
Now, how about the furniture?
Your furniture's fine.
Okay.
Yep, your furniture is fine with these blues.
I think I'd like to go a little bit more bold in here
Okay.
since it's my space. You
Your
know?
space, you
Yeah.
got it. Okay, so you like this blue. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
How many different
Do you see how beautiful this is?
Yeah.
It totally works actually better than this color.
Yeah.
It's much more
I
rich.
agree, right, Greg? Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe bolder, thicker.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so that is.
Let me help
Do
you.
you
Greg,
have a-
wait, can you read it off, Greg?
Oh,
Yes.
My close-up
So
vision's
this
gone.
is-
How about
office.
come and read it for us? Oh, I can probably read
I
it.
can't see.
office is SW.
Oh,
Look at us all. This is funny.
we need a mag. Sean, come guys.
Here I go.
Go ahead. You need to try to read it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, 9149.
I was gonna see if the camera would zoom. in.
9149.
I could read it off the camera.
Look at us.
Does that help you?
No. No, and that is called Inky Blue.
Okay,
Inky Blue. I like it. Inky
I'm
Blue.
gonna stick with those post-it.
Oh yeah. Do you have another one of those Post-its? Okay, perfect. All right, so we got this. So that is all the rooms down here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so we've actually hit the 5:30 mark, so this might be a good time to.
All
Do a
right, goodbye.
break?
Thank you so much for hanging out. Our first decorating date night, so we might show up to your house. I've got a lot of Facebook messages that you want us to come out. We would be happy to do that. We'll kind of get you on the calendar. That'll be fun.
Okay.
Bye.
And what I might do is I might see about trying to continue to record a little bit, not on live, and see if I'm successful at that. And if so, we could post that as a bonus video for later. We'll see.
You do have to hit
All
something
right.
to post
How-
that, by the way.
Okay, I'm going to say goodbye and then try to make this work. All right.
It'll tell you like post video.
So hit finish.
Yep.
Okay.